everyone, I am Celine Lee from ASA Indonesia University with the class 3A1.
And I'm Anissa Dwi Safitri from ASA Indonesia University with class 3A1.
Now I will explain about journal financing with the analysis of central government investment in international financing institution.
Abstract. Government investment in the placement of several funds and or goods to obtain economic benefits such as interest, dividends, and royalties or social benefit to increase the government ability to provide service to the public. In the financial statement of the central government, the payment of obligation to international financial institution is included as a permanent investment of the government. The research objective is to analyze government investment in international financial institutions and the benefit of this investment. The research was conducted with a discourse analysis of the phenomenon of government investment in international financial institutions, based on observation of data on non-tax stage income at the central government. During the period 2004-2019, the government investment didn't generate income in the form of dividends, interest, or other form of income. Based on the 2020 government financial notes, the government has obtained social benefit from the investment. The government is advised to review the recording of contribution payments to the international financial institution from permanent investment to expense, given that there is no dividend, interest, or other income earned by the government. Preliminary. In the economic file, investment is the first step in production and one of the important factors in increasing economic growth. The commercial or private sector defines investment as investing in asset, whether in the form of money or other asset, made by a company or individual for a certain period of time and arms to obtain greater returns in the future. Well, the government in PP number 171 of 2010 concerning government accounting standard or SIP define investment as an asset that is intended to obtain economic benefits such as interest, dividend, and royalties or social benefits so that it can increase the government ability to serve the public. Based on the 2019 LKPP data, the most investment in permanent government equity investment worth IDR 2,397 trillion. As part of the world community, the Indonesian state has actively participated in various international organizations, both general organizations such as the United Nations, PBB, ASEAN, OIC, and others. International financial institutions, abbreviated as IFIS, are multilateral or regional financial institutions where government investment is spread across a number of organizations, including the Asian Development Bank or ADB, the World Bank Group. Theoretical basis. Investment is doing consumption at the present time and being transferred into productive asset for a certain period of time by Hartono M. 2015. Investment is investment, which in the future is expected to generate additional funds by Medler 2009. In other words, investment is from scriving wealth in the present with the hope to obtain future profit. According to Sarkopoulos, and Patrinos, 2004. Investment is divided into two, namely A. Investment in the form of taxable asset, namely investment in the form of physical asset such as gold, precious metals, and so on. B. Investment in the forms of securities, namely investment in the form of stocks or bonds purchased from the securities market and general supervised by certain institution. Investment is not risk-free because there is uncertainty in the return obtained by DCIT and PINDIC 2012. Investment in the public sector, including government, is slightly different from investment in the commercial sector. Public investment has a close relationship with capital spending or investment budgeting. Capital or investment budgeting is a process for analyzing and planning activity or project and deciding whether these activities or projects can be accommodated by capital or investment budget. By Menkew, 2013. The basic capacity of economic development includes substance, identity, and freedom. By Gupta, 1984. Education, in this case, is the ability to meet basic needs, which include food, clothing, shelter, health, and security. Include in self-esteem is Indonesian participation in membership in international financial institution by Damawati, Bendesa, and Utama, 2016.
Okay, research method. The research method used is in the discourse analysis approach, or what is often called text analysis. The author uses this method because there is a complex reality to be described. The method of interpretation of text used to gain understanding is better known as mnemonics. In this view, the notion of government investment contained in government accounting cannot be separated from a particular context, but depends on the interpreter, situation, interests, habits, and other backgrounds. With the approach, the author doesn't propose a research hypothesis, but wants to interpret a discourse on the placement of government fund in international financial institution. In the literature, discourse can be divided into the three things. A. Conceptual, which means that discourse is the general domain of statement, namely all utterances that are meaningful and occur in the real world. B. Their use, namely a group of statements that can be grouped in a certain conceptual. And third, the explanation, namely the practice that occurs to explain the statement. Sources of data use regulation, published journal, books, article, and others. Analysis in this approach is an exploration of the consequences arising from the chosen topic. The data used is secondary data in the form of regulation, scientific publication, and other documentation, which is of course related to investment research, especially government investment. Okay, then result and discussion. The government defines investment as an asset that is intended to obtain economic benefits such as interest, dividend, and royalties, or social benefit so that it can be increase the government ability to serve the community. In Government Regulation Number 27 of 2010 concerning investment accounting, it explained that accounting for permanent investment is divided into two, namely the cost method and equity method. The cost method is applied when the government has an investment of less than 20%. Under the cost method, investments are recorded at cost, while investment income is recognized as the amount of the result received and doesn't affect the size of investment. Meanwhile, the equity method is applied when government owners receive is more than 20% or less than 20%, but has a significant influence. Under the equity method, the government records the investment at acquisition cost plus a share of profit or less a share of losses after the date of acquisition. The share of profit received by the government will reduce the value of government investment. With regards to government investment in IFIS, PMK explained that this investment has the characteristic of being a permanent investment that cannot be traded, and the valuation of the investment uses the cost method. If income is obtained in the form of cash, the government recognizes it as other income, with cash in received in the State General Treasury account based on valid document. Slightly different from government accounting, in financial accounting, if ownership is less than 20%, it means that the investor has not influence at all on the investee, and the accounting use is the cost method. If ownership it is between 20% to 50%, the investor is considered to have significant influence in the investee company, and the accounting methods used is the equity method. Meanwhile, if the investment invested is more than 50%, it means that the investor controls the running of the investee company, and the accounting method is consolidation. Then, investment in IFIS aims to obtain social benefit. The government's goals of implementing the APBN is different from that a private company in managing their funds. Private companies or government-owned enterprises in general priorities financial benefit is accordance with the target set, in contrast to private companies or government business entities. Likewise, with the government's goal of investing, the government also wants social benefit in the investment in invest. The government will not get direct economic benefit when building roads, bridges, public service building, and so on. However, they are social benefit to be gained from the investment. Likewise, when the government invests in IFIS, in addition to economic benefit in accordance with objective, it's also hope that there will be social benefit that can be obtained. And for the last, conclusion and suggestion. Based on the analysis above, it can be concluded: A. The objective of the Indonesian government investment in IFIS is to obtain economic benefits such as interest, dividends, and royalties, or social benefits, so as to enhance the government's ability to serve the public. B. Based on the data contained in the report Central Government Finance Fiscal Year 2004 to 2019-16 period, the government has never recorded any income originating from investment in IFIS, such as income from dividends, interest, or other form of income. And C. Based on government financial notes with investment in IFIS, the Indonesian state have received social benefit, including the existence of the Indonesian state in international forum, easy for obtaining loan facilities and other membership rights. Based on conclusion above, there are suggestions that can be made by the government, namely, the government needs to reconsider the recording of contribution payment to IFIS as a permanent investment in IFIS. In the last 16 years, the government has not recorded any investment return, whether in the form of dividend, interest, and others, since the payment of contribution to the IFIS is made almost every year. It is possible to consider that the payment of this contribution is recorded as an expense. By recording payment to FIS as expensive, the government's financial reports are more healthy because there are no investment that don't generate income. The government needs to broaden the notion of social benefit as a government ability to provide service to the community. The possibility can be added as a benefit so that the state of Indonesia is always active in the arena international relation.